from the Old Ways Gardening and Prepping. My name is Teresa. I'd like to welcome you out to the backyard on this windy day or evening where I'm fixing to gather a bunch of oak bark before the storms get here tomorrow. Now, there are medicinal properties to a lot of oaks. Let me get me a seat on one of these limbs and let's have a talk. I found me a little spot to sit on. I'm out here to gather as much bark as I can off of it for now. I know she's getting a quote to finally get the tree out of her backyard. It's been here since last spring. But now, oak bark has a lot of medicinal benefits. It is exceptionally good for, you make a tea with it and use it as a wash for your face. It will help with oily skin. It will dissolve the oil. It's also good as a tea added to a hair rinse. That way your hair will grow as well. It will control dandruff also. It can be taken as drink as a tea. Don't want it too bitter, but it can help with gastrointestinal problems. Also, it's good for coughs. It's good for many things. Anything to do with skin ailments. You make a tea with it and dab on your skin. It's also good for healing burns as well. Now, this is a older oak that's been down on the ground for too long, but if you can catch fresh branches that's fallen or a fresh tree that just recently fell, you can harvest the bark from it. This one has been inoculated with a lot of different mushrooms as well as moss, so I'm not going to use it for anything medicinal. I'm gathering fire starter, so when I go home I can make more bundles of fire starter. Oak bark is wonderful for that, especially when it's dried and aged like it has. So let's get busy. Time to do some harvesting. Now, of course, I'll have more medicinal benefits in the description box below for fresher oak that hasn't been inoculated with mushrooms. And like I said, when you do this, watch out for spiders, watch out for termites. But yeah, sometimes you can get great big long pieces. See, that's going to make a whole lot of fire starter. Of course, I'm going to break it up more to put it in the bag. But I want to try to save as much as I can. And here's one piece that I really would like to get. It has moss on it. I'm going to have to get something else to pry that off. Let's see. Where else can I gather? No, that's just too aged to pull. But you just want to keep pulling what bark you can get. And like I said, this one has been here too long to use it for medicinal purposes. But I've got more over there I'm going to try to peel off. I'm going to try to save what I can. Let's see. Then, of course, we got bigger pieces over here. I got a lot of exploring to do underneath the falling oak tree. It was well, it's two of them. One is a huge monster, old oak. The other one is fairly old, but it's still pretty young. Alright, I'll bring y'all back after a while. Alright, I have gathered a bag full, and I got some more room right there. Ha! I'll get a little bit more. But there's some other things I want to talk about. A garden secret. Now, don't just go willy-nilly and go to harvesting moss anywhere. This moss I want to save. See it there? Because it's going to end up dying. Right now, it's too cold in most places to do it. But if you harvest and make sure you get underneath the moss, the roots of the moss, make sure it's a whole lot greener, more lush. Here's some good examples right there. But you're going to want to go up under the bark so you can get the whole piece of moss up and out. What you'll do is you'll take your moss and mix it. Once you get it off the bark, you're going to want to put it in a blender. That's why I'm saying make sure and be careful. Make sure you just get the moss off of it. Mix that in with some buttermilk. Yes, I said buttermilk. And what you're going to do is take terracotta pots or other places that you might want moss growing on. Take a natural paintbrush, a bigger one. Try to get natural hairs and paint that on the surface where you want it at. And the moss will grow wherever you paint it. Just remember, be careful on painting it on walkways or anything like that. It can and will become a slip hazard. But yeah, do it when it's warmer, and you want to make sure you use moss, not the lichens, not these lichens here, but the green moss. And you can have moss covered planters. You need to use terracotta, something that breathes and holds water for it to work. Or if you have wooden rail fencing, you can paint it on there in spots. But yeah, that way you can continue to let this moss survive. I hope this video encourages you to also gather oak bark. And like I said, I'll have more medicinal information in the description box below the video for white oak and red oak. There's two oak families, white and red. I have enjoyed myself. I gotta get this piece of bark into the bag. I'll be taking it home with us this weekend. And yeah, we got a lot of videos to do. Now, there'll be another video when I go to make the fire starter, so I will bring y'all along for that, so don't you worry one bit. I wanted to make a quick video and do something, because yeah, I want to make some videos. I've got the bug. No, not a contagious bug. I got the gardening bug, and I'm trying to fight it. Everyone, continue to stock up the supplies that you will need. Fire starter, because you can bug out with fire starter in your bag and don't have to worry about getting a fire started. Continue to stock up your pantry with food that will nourish and sustain you. Medicinal herbs and medicines that will heal you. Protection of all kinds, and the bare essentials that you will need to survive. I look forward to seeing y'all in my next video, and may you each be blessed. Hoot, hoot. I'll see you soon.